Well, welcome to day 4 of this crazy adventure. It is now Thursday, and one of Tuck's biggest challenges to come today, we're going to drive straight through London.
Hubnut, sponsored by Lancaster Insurance.
We're still in Basildon at the moment. We had the lovely meet last night, meeting the Hubnut fans. And now we're going to go and tackle London, see the sights, be tourists in the much happier Invacar. It really is a pleasure to drive now. Going so much better. I still can't really believe how yesterday went. We went to where Tuck was born and bought the bits that make her work again. We are cruising at 55 miles an hour. We're not at full throttle. What a transformation. I've been overtaking vehicles. I'm having to ease off because there's a truck in front of me. What madness is this? Right, it's definitely getting a bit Londonish now. We're in the Docklands area at the moment. We've got Canary Wharf off to my left. One of the big problems we're going to have today is that I can't easily stop, so trying to get photos of what's going on is going to be quite difficult. We are planning to go over Tower Bridge today. That's quite iconic, yeah, I'm not sure how well I'm actually going to be able to capture this moment of driving an Invacar through London, but I'll do the best I can. And it certainly isn't very scenic at the moment. We're stuck in a tunnel. So to think what this is doing to my lungs. We're in Bethnal Green at the moment. It's all feeling very London. We're mostly stuck in traffic. I'm trying to carve my way through it as well as I can, which is not very well, and trying not to get lost, which is remarkably difficult even with a satellite navigation device. Yeah, how frustrating. But if you're going to come to London, you kind of have to be prepared to sit in traffic a lot, especially if you made the mistake of coming to London in a car. I'm starting to get a bit of pain in the old elbow now because of the angle it's held at constantly on the throttle, so take the opportunity to not have my arm in that position. Here comes a Boris Master, one of the new generation Route Masters. Fantastic looking buses, but by all accounts a complete disaster. Too much tech and the hybrid systems don't work on them. So all the best intentions, actually rubbish. Just stopped to meet a friend of mine. Now I think I've picked the right place to stop. Look at this amazing SD1 that's like seemingly abandoned, but it's just sat here. Got air in the tyres, so someone must love it. some icons ahead that you probably can't see. We've got the gherkin. That's probably not even slightly visible. But yeah, sorry, not the best angle. This is the problem. It's all red routes. There's nowhere to stop, which makes actually doing sightseeing quite difficult, actually. London isn't really geared up for just stopping and taking a nice picture. You get plenty of attention from folk on the street though, so that's quite good. You might see I'm showing off and driving left-handed at the moment. But yeah, isn't driving in London fun? So just between the two vans is the gherkin, and lots of building work and some even taller buildings that seem to be being put up. Yeah, never a shortage of stuff going on in London. Mile End, I think that was a song by The Pulp. The Pulp? Probably just Pulp, really. Oh, Julie Vandrew's nice on that Sky van there. You can't go driving in bus lanes here or they get very angry. And I suspect even if I just take... Oh, well done, mate. Yeah. Brilliant bus driving there. He could have let that car go across, but no. I mean, to be fair, I would not want to drive a bus in London. It would be horrible. Some people are bound to ask about congestion charge and all that. We're actually going to skirt the congestion charge, which on top of being a congestion charge is also an ultra low emission zone, which should be exempt from, because she's a historic vehicle. She's over 40 years old, but she did come up as needing to pay on their vehicle checker last night. But yeah, I'm just going to avoid that area anyway. It's a tiny part right in the centre of London, and there's just no need to go there, so we won't. Tower Bridge is kind of the boundary, so we'll skirt the ultra low emission zone, but I don't need to pay. But yeah, you do have to kind of be aware that there are charges for everything. There are cameras on bus lanes, there are cameras on box junctions, so very easy to rack up a lot of fines. SatNav currently reckons it's going to take us 7 minutes to cover 0.9 miles. That's the reality of living in London. Be nice to get back to Wales, especially now Tuck can climb hills. Oh, this is hard work. I can see the Thames on the map, so we're getting very close to Tower Bridge now. In fact, there is Tower Bridge right ahead of us. There we go. Wow. That would make a lovely backdrop for a photo, but sadly that's not very possible. And you've got the Tower of London is to the right here. Very, very old building. You think the number of people over the centuries who were locked up there, beheaded there. Oh yeah, people weren't very nice in the olden days. We'll go and slowly convoy our way over Tower Bridge, because this is London and nothing happens quickly.
Hello.
Hello.
How fast can it go?
65 the fastest so far.
Cost much insurance?
Nope, very cheap. Let's have a chat with folk in their van. Probably a bit upset because I burnt them off at the traffic lights earlier. They were comprehensively chopped. Yeah. Oh, got the Shard over to the right as well. I can't show you that because I'm driving. But this is it. We are starting to enter Tower Bridge. Story goes that some multi-millionaire in Arizona thought he was buying this bridge when he bought London Bridge, which was taken apart and shipped over to Arizona and rebuilt. Yeah, tourists everywhere. So unfortunately we're not going to see Tower Bridge open up. Apparently it is due to open today at 4:30. Oh gosh, there's some people with a very big selfie stick. This is the land of the selfie stick. Should we go and photobomb their photo? There we go. Was it really worth coming into London just to cross this bridge? I mean, the main advantage is that this bridge is free. There we go, we are driving on Tower Bridge. I think Tucky's going to be invading a lot of holiday snaps. I don't know if the walkway is open at the moment, but at a higher level there is a walkway which goes between the two towers. Well, isn't this fun? We've achieved Brixton. And yet another traffic jam. Gosh, it's busy. I'm just not really used to this level of busy. I mean, it's some contrast to Wales, isn't it? Urgent medical courier. Yeah, it's just bafflingly busy, London, and not very much fun as a result. Actually, I quite like it on foot. I mean, I love cars, but London is not the place for them. Still, you gotta see the sights, haven't you? Off we go to the delights of Croydon. Lucky us. But, and I hope I'm not tempting fate, I'm impressed with how unfussed Tuck seems to be with all this stop-start driving. Probably going too far to say she's loving it, but she's tolerating it. Touch wood. Tuck is the traffic light Grand Prix hero. Coming through. Until the next set of traffic lights. Oh, the traffic is still horrific, but we've made it to Surrey, which means we have escaped London. It's been hard going, but the exciting bit is you might be able to read that says M23. I've decided to brave a bit of motorway because frankly I've had enough of crawling around at no speed at all, so we'll go and get a bit of a shift on. I now have confidence in this car. I think she'll be alright on the motorway, and I happen to know that quite a good chunk of that section of motorway is going to be 50 mile an hour anyway. Massive roadworks going on. But yeah, just so much traffic. I could not live here. Here we go then. Tuck's first time on a motorway. The M23. You're doing it, Tuck. You're doing motorway. Whoever doubted? There we go, 50 mile an hour speed limits. I'm actually having to slow down. Narrow lanes, I don't think that's going to be a problem. Nice manoeuvre there. Deary me. That's a bit close, Mr. PHEV. Terrifying is this? Amazing. We survived the motorway. This is now just the A23. That's just about keeping above 50 uphill. But there's a steep downhill coming up, and I think you know what that means. Can we do 70? What speed, Captain? Yes! Yes, we did 70 miles an hour. I've slowed back down to 60 because that felt scary, properly scary. Wow. go, Chuck! Well, good morning and welcome to day 5, and yes, I do have wet hair. I've just been checking the mileage. There's our start mileage again. So we're getting on. We're on 30903 now. So we're getting on for 400 miles on this trip. Yeah, and today we go to Goodwood. And I might try and do a live report from Goodwood, a bit of a Q&A or something of that ilk. So I better see if I can get everything in. It's very full in here. We've got hats, bags, tent, backpack. It just about fits next to my seat down there. I have to remember to at least start closing the door before putting my seatbelt on, because otherwise I can't reach it. Ergonomics. And right, key. We shall see how she starts this morning, because she has been a little bit problematic with the battery again. Give her a bit of a prime there. Lovely. There we go. Right, we shall go to Goodwood. Well, we're just going to go through a big tunnel. There was a sign on the way in saying no invalid carriages. Don't tell anyone. Took is registered as a trike now, so she's not an invalid carriage anymore. The Civic Hill Tunnel, here we go. Lights. There is the seaside in front of us, right on the horizon. That's Shoreham by Sea. Here we are, cruising along at 55 miles an hour. She sounds happier than ever. Coming down to Arundel, which has both a castle and a cathedral. He waved thank you. I knew he was going to go. Yeah, I really should have a nose around Arundel at some point. Problem is, every time I get here, I'm on my way to Goodwood and I'm starting to lose the will to live because the road network here is terrible. Oh, we've made it. This is Goodwood. Don't know if you can see the sign over there, but that's the access road that takes you through to the aerodrome, which is in the middle of the circuit, and the pits and everything. So we'll be exploring that tomorrow. But yeah, mighty impressive. Wonder if they're serving. I fancy a cup of tea. Well, I'm afraid Bognor hasn't really delivered on excitement, to be honest. So I'm going to go shopping and find some lunch. Just on the live stream, so thank you to everyone who came and took part in that. Oh, gravel. Might help if she's in gear. Have to wait for the gearbox to stop. But we'll see. Can she do a wheel spin on gravel? No, not really. Oddly, the most numerous cars so far, and it's very early days here, Hillman Imps, lots of them. And I should say at this point, if you don't like modified classics, you're not going to like this event. They're all, yeah, low. And we've got a Clan Crusader on the back of that truck there. But yeah, not all cars are modified, although this one has electronic ignition, so technically it is. But yeah, we're getting settled in. I've got my tent, I've got the Invacar emptied out, which is quite nice. And oh, it looks like I'm getting the imps as neighbours. Excellent, keeping the rear engine cars together. That one is a delicious colour. Well, good morning and welcome to day 6, I think, of this adventure, where we are at the Retro Rides gathering, and Tuck is just warming up gently after a chilly night in the field, and we're about to head off and see what we can find. Let's go and see what we can find on the campsite. I think you've had enough choke now, Tuck. So straight ahead of us we've got a Fiesta Super Sport, we've got a pair of MX-5s, Honda Integra and another MX-5, a lowered Lexus. But over here things get really interesting. We've got this quite fancy transit camper. We've got a Ford Pop dragster that came in towing the trailer tent behind it, and a Humber Super Snipe, I think, or an Imperial. Very modified. I think there's been plenty of features on that over the years. Army belts have got damn. There's a little Daihatsu Syrian here. A Rally 2, that's quite funky. My mate Chaz's Merc and Fergal's American camper that he road tripped from LA this year. There's a BMW 02 just going along there. Volvo 240. MG Maestro Turbo. I can see 2 CVs. I can certainly hear the 2 CVs last night. American pickup. Let's see if I recognise the 2 CVs. Oh, I do. So there we go, from one breeze back to another. I see the AMI 6 is looking as dishevelled as ever. This is the one I've done a video on. So if you go and search for AMI 6 on HubNet, you will find this dishevelled beast. I absolutely adore this car. Best background comments ever. Let's carry on. Now I've said a good morning to the 2 CVers. Ooh, hello. Lovely little Mark 1 Honda Civic over there. Let's go and have a look at that. Oh, that's lovely. Nice alloys. And that's the thing about this event. You will see modified cars that will make you want to cry. But you will also see plenty of entirely stock stuff. It's just nice to see. Vauxhall Corsa GSI there. What have we got up here? MGB. An interesting sort of body kit on it. Mark 1 Golf. E36 BMW. Some sort of Volkswagen based buggy. Stagias, if that's what they're called. And we're back with the 2 CVs again. We've got lots of imps as well, lots of Japanese stuff, Nissan Sunny up there. But I need to go and sign on really, so we'll take a run down this line and see what's about. Opel Kadett, that's quite a rarity. Oh, don't crash into the imp. Morning! Peugeot J7 camper and a very mean Mercedes NSU. You don't see many NSUs about, that's a grand sight. But yeah, there you go, that's just a bit of flavour at the campsite. We'll go and see what's in the displays. A very nice Dutch BX up here and a Sierra base. The Sierra base was such a poverty model, it didn't even have a body coloured grille. I'll just swing you around for a look. There we go. Dutch BX Sierra base. Why am I wearing a race helmet?
Is this going on track?
Yes. This is why. Sneaking in as a pace car. Well, this should be interesting. This has to be the first time an Invacar Model 70 has been around Goodwood. I have a feeling a Model 12 has been round. I can beat him! Here we go, down the pits. On the Goodwood Circuit! Brake? Nah. Oh, this is scary. I can't keep up with that Chevette. Up to 50. I'm not lifting. There's a BMW 4x4 following me. I don't think Invacar racing is going to catch on. I'm lifting slightly. There's the apex. I'll brake a bit there. Oh, there's everyone else, they're all over there. Whoa! That felt scary. I wish he was on 10s. I don't think I'm setting a lap record today. We should say a good time through the chicane, no? Woo! Oh, double apex! Into the famous chicane! That's my lap. Wow. There we go, we can tick that box now. Tucker's done a lap of Goodwood. Well done, Tuck. And now she can hang out with all these performance cars, like Lancia Fulvia, Lancia Delta, not Delta, Stratos. Oh, wow. And I think we're going to do that again this afternoon. Right, we're going to go and do another lap. I'm going to try and keep up with an E-Type this time. That's going to be interesting. To lean more. Blimey, we've caught people up. Come on, Mr. E-Type. brilliant! Absolutely brilliant! Oh, the E-Type keeps slowing down. I can't really stay with him. Lean into the bends. This E-Type really is spoiling my fun. You watch how he goes through the chicane though. Oh, he's not even trying now, or is he? Oh yeah. This has to rank as one of the most stupid and amazing things I've ever done. Oh, brilliant. That was much more fun than this morning.